Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kais and today we're playing Familiars. Sunscape Familiar is one of my favorite cards, and now I'm going to combine it with another couple of Familiars in Nightscape Familiar. Both of these cost reduce blue, but Sunscape Familiar cost reduce green and Nightscape cost reduces red. Not that that matters, but you know, people had suggested playing 6 Fams before. I didn't think it was absolutely necessary because Familiars was kind of fine playing more of a plotting game plan. But now we really need to go fast just because of the metagame and how it is. So I'm going to be trying to power out my value creatures. So more Familiars means faster Seagate Oracle, faster Muldrifter, easier to cast Lorien Revealed. And then we're going for the full combo of Prosperous Pirates. I've been working on this for the past couple of videos, trying to make it what is the best Prosperous Pirates list. Here, I've decided to not play any artifact or enchantment removal in the main deck, and no deep analysis. I'm playing 20 lands with a couple of swamps in Ice Tunnel and Snow-Covered Swamp, and then I'm playing Foil as my interaction, trying to just, you know, dig with the Seed Oracle, Muldrifter, flicker them, and eventually combo. And then once we have the combo, we have no win condition. Other than attacking, but foil infinite counters should hopefully get the job done. The sideboard, I've decided since I'm splashing black, I'll splash for Snuff Out as a removal spell. We've got Hydroblast, just as a 4-of, since hopefully Seagate Oracle can hold down the fort. I have 2 negates, and then 6 anti-affinity with 4 Dust to Dust and 2 Revoke Existence. Revoke Existence also might help against Bogles, which I've seen lately, and negate helps against Bogles. So that's the list. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments after you like and subscribe, of course. And if you want sideboard guides, check out patreon.com/Kalikais. If subscribers to the sideboards or Patreon or the YouTube want extra sideboard guides, they can always ping me or ask me questions in the Discord chat in the Familiars Discord. I also have, like I said, early access to videos on YouTube, and if you want to check out cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe, then you can get the cards for this deck, if you're in Europe, of course. All right, that's enough rambling. Let's hit the matches. Okay, we're in match 1 versus Barf, who is a known Fairies player. We don't have any blue mana sources. We just had the 1 swamp, so let's mulligan this. This is probably fine. I think the Prosperous Pirates or the Archaeomancer are the putbacks. Maybe it's just the Archaeomancer here. That's sort of the thing that does the least. But we can go for the snap and then use the Archaeomancer. So I guess it's going to be the Pirates. Alright, put back the Pirate. We'll lead on Ash Barrens and just see what our opponent is up to. Island is very expected. They didn't do anything, so they're probably not playing mono blue right now. We'll pick up this and grab an Island. And now we have double Seagate Oracle to just start playing some value creatures out. Second Island means probable counterspell. We'll go Seagate Oracle. They jam the counterspell. Force Spike. Gross. So maybe that is mono blue. They play a Fairy Seer. We'll just play another Seagate Oracle out. I do have a foil, which is interesting. Let's Seagate Oracle. Another Force Spike would be annoying. So I can take Archaeomancer or take the Chancery. I think the Archaeomancer is better. Let's mire back the Seagate Oracle. So mono blue tends to rely on getting their card advantage from their ninjas, which is something that makes the Seagate Oracle pretty good. Flashes in a Spellsetter Sprite. Okay. So now they could Spellsetter on my Seagate Oracle. Play the Floodplain. Get in. And then I'm passing, I guess. I don't really want them to be able to get value out of their Spellsetter. They have 4 cards in hand. Getting in for 2. End step, let's snap this. Take a turn. Nightscape Familiar. I'll try that. Play the Nightscape. Here's the Spellsetter Sprite. Yep. And then we'll attempt to play a Seagate Oracle. They snap and replay the Spellsetter. That's gross. Attack. Okay, so they're getting in for 1 million, and now they have the Ninja, which means every single thing I have gets Spellsettered, except for the Archaeomancer. I'm going to try snapping the Seagate Oracle, so I expect them to let that resolve so they can use their Spellsetter Sprite. Untap. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. The only problem is that try snapping the Fairy Seer. I think this didn't work out for me. A little bit, because I really wanted to be able to power through this spell setter. Like the Seagate Oracle. Now that resolves. That was good. We get a Faithful. I really like the Faithful. Nightscape Familiar could also be good. Faithful tends to be what wins the matchup because you just have enough to overpower them. And they have a counterspell. So they have Fairy Seer, Spell Setter in hand, 3 unknowns. Okay. So they snap the Seagate Oracle, giving them the ability to now counterspell my Seagate Oracle with the Spell Setter sprite. 2 cards in hand, one of them being a Spell Setter sprite. So I think I put the Faithful into play. Find a Lorien Revealed. So I can actually go Godpharaoh's Faithful, see if they counter this. They're going to, so now I'm just going to cast my foil on the Spell Setter sprite. Their last card is this. Come on! Look at this! Do. Crushed me. Brutal. Well, I don't think I was beating that. All my tricky plays. That was dumb. That's okay. So we're bringing the Snuff Outs, and I think I can just trim on 1 foil. Foil wasn't very good. I really disliked the fact that they had 7 million spell setters. We can maybe get rid of Ephemerate for negate. And then 1 pirate for 1 more negate. So 2 negate, 2 foil, 3 snuff outs. My man had 3 spell setters plus the snap. So I really played like 4 spell setters. I think maybe I could have foiled that spell setter way earlier in the game, but I didn't think that that was going to be what would win or lose the match. I'll play again. I guess this is a keep. We have Ice Tunnel into Faithful. It's only a problem if they have Force Spike. So I guess I play the island out first then. So having the Faithful in play is a very important thing. Let's cycle 4 planes. Play out the Faithful. I do think that Force Spike is one of those things where you get it got, like you get got by it, but I don't think that it's necessarily good. So we'll see. Play Ice Tunnel, pass the turn. They probably just snap this and then hold up Spell Setter Sprite to counter it on the way back. Our opponent plays a Fairy Miscreant. Draw. I have a foil now. That's interesting. Play my Swamp out. So if I cycle the Lorien Revealed and the Ash Barrens, then I can foil in response to a counterspell on the Mole Drifter. Our opponent has Miscreant in play. They're getting in for 1. Okay, Moon Circuit Hacker. Alright. So I need them to replay their Miscreant. Okay, that was good then. Cycle. Grab an island. I guess this line does lose to a Force Spike plus Spell Pierce. They have 6 cards in hand. Do you think that they have Force Spike plus Spell Pierce right now? I guess they probably do. I could have taken the Glacial Floodplain there. Land. Attempt a Mole Drifter. Hopefully they just have Counterspell. And then we pitch all these cards. There's a Counterspell. I will counter back. So I could keep the foil and bin the flicker, or keep the flicker to hopefully get value off the drifter. So I'm going to keep the flicker. All right, foil looking very nice there. I enjoyed that a lot. All right. So we've walled off our opponent a little bit. They have 3 cards. They have 3 mana open. Plays another of One Mind. So 2 of One Mind this turn. Plays a Miscreant. Draws a billion cards. Now they have Spell Setter on 3, which means the flicker's not great. This version of the deck is going to be somewhat weaker to fairies. Let's play out the Faithful. And then just get some value. Faithful plus Preordain is good. If they counter any of these things, we have the flicker on the Mole Drifter. Cast Preordain. Looking for a Snuff Out. Found the Snuff Out and negate. I'll top and top. Play the land. So here's the problem. I guess we can hold up negate plus Snuff Out next turn. If they do something on end step, I can flicker and have Snuff Out for the... Couldn't get there. They have 7 cards in hand. Snap the Mulldrifter. I'll attempt to flicker. Spell Stutter. I'll kill a Miscreant. Counterspell. Well, that was easy for them. Let's see. I guess the flicker dies. Our Mulldrifter goes back to hand. They lost their counterspell. We now have negate. Let's see if they play a ninja. They ninja. So now I guess I get to definitely resolve the Mulldrifter. So at least that happened. Tapped most of their men on their turn. They played a Fairy Seer and went top. Let's play Mulldrifter. So they have 39 cards left. Okay. Preordain. I think I want more Snuff Outs. Pirates and Familiar. Pirates are not looking great here. Bottom. I'll top the Familiar. Then I can hold up Negate as a 1-mana spell. 4 cards left in our opponent's hand. They snap the Mulldrifter again. So they're... Plays another Miscreant. Oh yeah, that was the same Miscreant from before. So we'll block the 2 ninjas. And then they get to ninja their fairies. Fairies. From a combo player perspective, it's like just so brutal. Double ninja. Ooh. Let's see what we draw, I guess. They have 2 fairies in play. Guess I'll play the Sunscape Familiar, they Spell Stutter, then I can play a Seagate Oracle. Still locking up the ground a bit. I can block the Moon Circuit Hacker with my Seagate Oracle. A Spell Stutter Sprite. What? Oops, I accidentally clicked through my stuff. So no attacks for me. Play the Seagate Oracle. Back to 20 life. And then we'll take... We have 1, 2, 3... Could take the Lorien Revealed or the land. Feels unlikely that the Lorien Revealed will resolve. I guess we just have to keep putting stuff on the stack and see what happens. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 fairies on the play. 5. They can fairy a Spell Stutter Sprite literally anything now. Brutal. We will block and block and block. And they didn't do anything. So I guess I try Familiar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Expecting a Spell Stutter Sprite. And then I can evoke the Mulldrifter to try to draw some cards. They have 2 counterspells in the graveyard. There's the Spell Stutter Sprite. I will attempt to evoke a Mulldrifter. Come on, bro. Okay, so they have 3 Spell Stutter Sprites, 4 ninjas. It does not feel that we will be able to win this. Let's just multi-block their ninja for fun. Here comes another ninja. Just ninjaing back all their Spell Stutters. I'm out. I'm out of here. That's okay. I think this was not a good matchup, and Barfa's a good player, so let's try to recover. Round 2 versus Base of Degea, and they are another Pauper Grinder. Double Snap is good. Let's play the Swamp out and pass the turn. Colony Garden, they're probably on Glee, I would imagine. Let's grab an island, play the Chancery, and pick up the Swamp. So we can't currently snap the plants and play the Mulldrifter out. If I draw an Ephemerate, I could, but okay. They don't currently have Dispute open, so Ephemerate would be good. Let's try this Preordain. Faithful Seagate Oracle. I don't think the Faithful is worth it. Bottom, top. We're just gonna bounce this and then play the Seagate Oracle, advancing our game plan. Okay, Ephemerate and Familiar. I'll take the Ephemerate. We're gonna Drifter Ephemerate this next turn. Never mind, they have a Duress. So we can snap the Seagate Oracle, have 5 mana, and hardcast the Mulldrifter. Let's get in. And then tap the mana. We also will be picking up the island in case we draw a foil. Snap this guy. Untap. Here's another Mulldrifter on the table. That's turn 4. Not terrible. And then I guess next turn we just maybe play out the Swamp into Lorien Revealed. They can't win from hand at the moment. But if I pass back, they will be able to win from hand. Looks like they have a Duress for my Lorien Revealed. I'm trying not to tilt off. Okay, you have a thing. You did a thing. There's the foil. Let's play the Seagate Oracle. See if I can find a Familiar of some kind. Pretty nice to grab the foil off the top. Okay, Prosperous Pirates or Familiar. think I just take the familiar, land, play the familiar, attack. So I bottomed, don't remember what I bottomed, a familiar, and I bottomed an ephemerate, or I took the ephemerate. So there's pirates and a familiar on the bottom. There's a chance that we want to cycle this. They're cracking their landscape after playing a shambling ghast. Play my floodplain. Just go ahead and attack. We have hardcast foil right now. They only have 3 cards in hand. So I guess they haven't been doing anything, which means we probably need to counter the brute scale. I think I do counter the brute scale. Counter. They only have 2 cards in hand. So they're unlikely to have a second brute scale. Right now anyway. Grab an island. We have revealed that we have foils in the deck though. Flicker would be great. Archaeomancer, more Muldrifters would be great. Play my swamp out and attack. We're chilling on 4 basic islands, but the swamp gives them the fear of snuff out. Deadly Dispute. Okay, so now they're going to draw 3 cards, go up to 5 cards in hand, and have 5 mana, so they could win from hand. Another Wellspring. I'm not going to respond. They have 4 mana in play. Plays a Nightblade. Okay, so that gives them like some buffer of life. Find a Nightscape Familiar. I'll get in. I'm looking for a Flicker. Come on, Flicker. I can Flicker into Archaeomancer and just go nutty. I'm just going to F6. I have nothing. I don't think that they are going to assume I'm bluffing. That I have something if I just hold stuff up. They rumble into a Brood Scale, so they could just have the Glee in hand. And if they do, they have the Nightblade. Plays a Swamp. Brood Scale. 4 cards in hand. Glee. We'll go to sideboarding. So we want the negates. We want the snuff outs. Then we can cut all the faithfuls. And 1 familiar. Or we can cut 1 pirate. I think the pirate is probably better, just cutting the top end a little bit. Alright. I guess I have a bunch of free interaction. Just waiting to draw into some cards. They'll probably strip my hand with some duresses. Mulligans to 5. So we want to probably try to foil their first card draw spell. Play the Ice Tunnel. On my upkeep, I'm going to cycle for an island so that I can be less likely to draw islands. Finding a Preordain is decent. Okay, bunch of cantrips. I really love cantripping, so I'm excited to see those. Turn to Landscape. Passes the turn. Let's Preordain. Mire Snap. I think I just bottomed both of these. We have the removal and snuff out already. Preordain. We found a Flicker. They cracked the landscape in response. Grabbing a forest. 2 more lands we don't want. That's bad. There's a Muldrifter. We can pick up the island. Malevolent Rumble for the opponent. They kept in the safekeepings, expecting me to interact with their creatures a little bit. Goes Duress. Okay. Probably takes the foil then. What do they take off the Rumble? Swamp. And they played it into a Duress. So, alright, let's see if they are F6'd. Doink. Alright. Fair enough. So, they didn't fall for my trap. Now they only have 3 mana in play. They can't win from hand. Goes Mesmeric Fiend to get rid of the snuff out. Okay. Or maybe the Muldrifter. Yeah, okay, they take the Muldrifter. Yay! We find a Lorien Revealed. It's even better. Draw 3 cards. Okay, double snuff out and a familiar. Our opponent's going to swing for 1. We go to 19. Deadly Disputes the Mesmeric Fiend, giving me back my Muldrifter. Alright. Alright. We go familiar and Drifter, Flicker, Drifter. They likely have... Play the familiar. And then I just play the island. I'm afraid that they're going to snuff out my familiar. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's evoke the Drifter. We draw 2. Finding a negate. I'll just Flicker here. Snuff out on the Drifter is fine, I guess. We get negate back in hand. If this resolves, they snuff out the familiar. Okay. They're 12th life. I think I will Mancer They have another Mesmeric Fiend. Take your pick, I guess. They're going to Deadly Dispute the Fiend. So I guess they take the Archaeomancer now. We find another Archaeomancer. That's awesome. So we can Archaeomancer to return the Lorien Revealed, probably. Just for cards. And then play the Chancery, picking up the island. We have Negate. We have Foil. I'm just hanging out. I only need to attack 12 times because they dealt themselves 8 damage from the Snuff Outs. The rest. Just negate. I really want to resolve this Lorien Revealed. Plays Brute Scale out. Sure. Alright, my turn. Draw 3 cards. We find Familiar Pirate. Let's Chancery, returning the island, and then just try to kill this. If they safekeeping, we have a foil in response. So I'll just counter your safekeeping, pitching my Ash Barrens. And go ahead and attack for 1. This is now the Snuff Out format. Snuff Out format. We only have 1 Snuff Out left though. Plays a Colony Garden. I need another Flicker. Another Archaeomancer would be nice. We have an Archaeomancer in the exile zone. Go Fam. Play the Pirate. If they Deadly Dispute on their plant, I should probably counter it. They've used 1-2 Deadly Disputes so far. There's probably no reason to hold the island in hand. We're not using any foils. Wink. I do like that the Pirate just kind of saves mana on the table, and it's eventually a combo piece. It's hard to say whether or not the Pirates are better than having a Murmuring Mystic, because Murmuring Mystic combo can do a lot of other stuff. Okay, we have 4 damage coming in. They're going to soak up 3 of it. No draw spell. Let's cycle this Ash Barrens. Another island. Also, thinning the deck does matter at 30 cards left. 3 cards in hand, they play a Swamp. Okay, Chancery to return the island. We'll get in for another 4. They take it. They go to 5. Snuff Out's going to be turned off soon. They have 4 cards in hand and they're passing. Another Familiar. And we'll get in again. You have to assume that they're going to block. Well, oh well. They killed my Pirate. This is what it is. That gives them a lot more turns because that was part of a large part of the clock. They can no longer just use the Snuff Outs. And they find a Shambling Gas, which basically bricks my Archaeomancer from attacking. So now we're just in the waiting game, looking for draw spells. Finding Archaeomancer is ridiculously good. Get back the Ghostly Flicker. And yeah, they scoop it up. We would have just gotten back the Negate, and then like gotten back the Snap or whatever. Let's just go way over the top of them. Eventually getting back the Lorien Revealed after holding up a bunch of counter spells. That worked out okay. Let's try it again. We have a very solid hand, assuming that we can find a Swamp or live to turn 4. Our opponent plays a Landscape. We just have to kind of take that risk. On the Swamp. Let's pass the turn. Turn 2 Forest. Plays an Ichor Wellspring. I will land cycle for the Swamp. Put the Fear of God into them. Let's play Chancery. Pick up the island and discard the plains. So something like a Seagate Oracle would probably be our best. They play a Colony Garden and then they Deadly Dispute their Wellspring. They have a very large amount of mana now. 8 cards in hand. They can just discard my Snuff Out. Which then we probably want to go for the Evoke Muldrifter game plan. Let's pass. Do I want to just go for Drifter Ephemerate next turn? I could Drifter right now. Just to try to draw into more free interaction. I think that makes sense. Okay. We'll discard an island. Our opponent has the Duress. So whatever they Duress, we can get back with the Archaeomancer. That's part of getting the Muldrifter out fast. Discards the Snuff Out. Let's see if they have a way to get rid of the Snuff Out from the graveyard, though. It seems unlikely. They play Shambling Ghast and Deadly Dispute it. Plays Mesmeric Fiend to get rid of the Archaeomancer. That was a good sequence of draws for sure. That way they will not be in trouble with the snuff out. We find a negate. Guess I'll just play the Chancery. This allows me to hold up negate right now, plus next turn Prosperous Pirates into holding up negate. They've used 1, 2 duress type effects. Probably have at least 2 or 3 more duresses and Mesmeric Fiends in their deck. Plays out the Brood Scale. Swamp. They have the Glee, we have the negate. They have 3 more cards in hand though. Question now is, should I Lorien Revealed looking for free interaction or just put the pirates on the table? Probably Lorien Revealed makes the most sense. Cast it. Let's draw 3 cards going back to 7 cards in hand. They have a negate. If visitors insight their creature. We have snuff outs. And the familiar. We'll just pretend that we don't have anything. They're getting in. Next turn I can pirates into Nightscape Familiar. Plays a Colony Garden. So they're going beat down. The visitors insight sacrificing their Colony Garden. 4 cards in hand. Okay. It's gonna be hard to beat 6 cards in hand. Let's play Nightscape Familiar. And then Mortuary Mire on the Muldrifter. And then I guess pass. If I have double interaction, I think I would probably trade the Familiar for the Mesmeric Fiend. They adapt the Brood Scale. Okay. The visitors inciting, sacrificing their token. Okay. I feel like I have to just hold on to these spells, even though I want to use them. They're getting in. We can pretty much expect a snuff out, I guess. Another Brood Scale. I'm glad I didn't try to snuff out that first Brood Scale. Play a land. Let's see what happens with Drifter Ephemerate. I could try to just snap the Muldrifter. Snap. That would bait the... Okay, they didn't have the snuff out apparently. Play the Familiar. Play Prosperous Pirates. Let's evoke the Muldrifter again. Just looking for free spells, or really any spells. Attempt to Ephemerate. That resolved. That is a surprise. Do we have a Flicker in the graveyard? We do not. So now I have Snap plus Snuff Out. So let's preordain, trying to find another spell. Another Snap. So let's keep all that. Then I guess I'm passing. We have 3 interactions. Next turn I have Familiar, Drifter, Snap, Drifter. Drifter, Snap, Drifter again. Just looking for... I mean, if we find a Flicker, we can snap the Arcanemancer, then Flicker, win the game. Mesmeric Fiend again. Mean. They sacrifice the Mesmeric Fiend and draw a card, so they get to exile something forever. Potentially the Snuff Out. We do have Snuff Out in the graveyard. I guess I would maybe take the Muldrifter. They take the Muldrifter. Plays Duress. Okay. So right now they have green open for safekeeping only. Discarded the safekeeping. Or the snap. Oh, we still have a rebound Ephemerate coming down. That's awesome. Let's draw some cards then. Okay, I knew I had the Seagate Oracle on top, I think. Go land. Start with a Preordain. Can't snap the Mesmeric Fiend to get my Arcanemancer back because we just have more everything. Bottom, pop this. Let's go Familiar into Seagate Oracle. If I snap the Mes Fiend, they could have a safekeeping. I'm just looking for a Flicker. I guess I take the Ice Tunnel in case of a... What's its face? Specifically in case of a foil. I'll snap the Muldrifter and then draw 2 cards again. I don't really need to evoke the Muldrifter because we had the mana floating anyway. On Arcanemancer and foil. So I can snap the Muldrifter again. Untap. Play the Arcanemancer. Getting back the Ephemerate. Then I want to go just Drifter, Snap, Drifter, Flick. What? Basically was asking for what is my win condition. Good luck to you as well. We are 1-1. We're in round 3 versus Siraj, who was playing fairies the last time I played them. This is keepable. Having the foil is neat. Mono blue fairies is not where I wanted to be though. I think I'm gonna lead on a Preordain. They force spike it, they force spike it. Let's top both of these. And now this next turn, they flash in a Brine Barrow. Do I want to counterspell this? This probably means they need it. If I counterspell this Brine Barrow, I pitch Floodplain Island. Next turn, just play the Chancery, picking up the island and I can cast Preordain. All right, I'll counter it. It sort of feels to me like that's an important spell, but I don't know if it's correct. I play a second island, so it didn't matter. That's the turn. I probably should have cycled this. That was a mistake. I got a little greedy. Flashes in a Spell Stutter Sprite. So here comes a ninja. Do they have the 1 mana ninja? They do. So easy game. Easy game. So I think we try to evoke a Muldrifter. Disappointed to see so many blue fairies. All right. Let's evoke a Drifter. Hard cast Counterspell. All right. So we need to draw into Seagate Orc. They're gonna ninja their ninja with another ninja. They're like, I had ninjas, but I wanted to have bigger ninjas. Dumpstered. Cycle this. Going to grab the Ice Tunnel. There's a potential that we could hard cast the Muldrifter next turn, depending on what they have open. Goes to 6 cards in hand with a sick Ninja of the Deep Hours draw. Their deck is a deck that 100% preys on clunky decks. We're going to try just hard casting a Drifter. They have the counterspell. We are inclined to concede. I want all the snuff outs. Potentially the negates. I think we can cut the familiars. Then maybe just cut the foils. Snuff outs and negates. All right, we have ground blockers. We have familiars coming up. Our opponent mulligans to 6. Just play island and cycle, grabbing another plains. Twink. I suppose we could try to get the snuff out online if we draw it. Plays a miscreant. Oh, there's the ice tunnel. Well, let's just play a familiar out. They have 2 islands, so representing spell setter on everything. We have a negate. Play the ice tunnel. We're looking to cycle for another island. Plays a land. Relic. Okay. I think Relic is not that great versus us, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Let's cycle again. I'm definitely looking for snuff outs. Island. Because I have the swamp in play. Flicker. Alright, we're just passing. Doing nothing. Our opponent's also doing nothing. Plays an island. Gets in with their fairy. Relics me. Sure. So the thing is, they absolutely crushed us without the relic, so why do they need it? That's my question. We're passing the turn. They get in for 1 again. We have a snap, so I can go play the familiar. What? A spell stutter? I'll bounce your miscreant, so the spell stutter won't work. And then I have another spell stutter. Sure. Easy game. And they relic away my cards. So we're just hanging out doing zilch at the moment. Plays a Fairy Seer. This means that another spell setter would counter a 5-drop. Not playing the Modern Age, and here is just totally terrible. Does not help me whatsoever. I have nothing going on. Plays another relic. Sure. You got it. Gets in for 3. I'll attempt to play a Faithful. Okay, they let that resolve. End step relic you. Nope, they didn't do it. Okay, attacks for 4. Do you have ninjas? They have 3 cards in hand. No ninja. Come on. Another relic. You should crack the relic, I think, to draw a card. They do not. Play another Faithful. Attempt to preordain. That eats half their turn's clock. Don't think I want the Mire. Maybe I do. The next turn I have just... I feel like they have Counterspell in hand, but maybe they don't. I mean, would they have counterspelled the Faithful? Alright, we'll just top. I make a land drop. And pass. This is not great into a ninja, though. They crack the relic. Okay, so they get to draw that card. I feel like cracking the relic on the previous turn, looking for a ninja, might have been a better plan. They miscreant. Draws a card. They have 5 power in the air. It's like facing down into Lorien Terror. Oh, there's the ninja. So what they could do is double ninja the spell setters, just holding them in hand for all my spells. But they're gonna just do one ninja. Gets to draw a card, going to 4 cards in hand with one spell setter in hand to counter the faithful. Let's play it. I think I pass. We need some other thing to do. We can't just run the Seagate Oracle out into the spell setter sprite. They're gonna put us to 2. Snare Master sprite. Okay. They have spell setter on 6 now. I had prohibit, then I could have countered things earlier, but negate doesn't do anything. Alright, I quit. GG. Completely miserable matchup versus the way that I built this deck, unfortunately. Let's see if we can dodge. Alright, we're in round 4 now on the play versus Mikathara, who said, "Hi, have fun," but did not wish us luck, so I responded, "Have fun" as well. Let's see. We are going to put back the Mancer. Land go. Opponent appears to be on mere terror, I would imagine. Let's go land, pass the turn again. We really need to somehow just start making card advantage, landing some Seagate Oracles and stuff. Preordain, okay, they're on fairies. More fairies to wreck me. Did not build my deck to beat fairies. I should have known. They go to clean up, discarding a sneaky snacker. That is an option. Certainly is an option. Seagate Oracle. Another Seagate Oracle, thank you. Just kind of chain those off. Foil is not possible without an island in hand. They snuff out my guy. Sure. Interesting. Let's cast a Preordain. I guess they are just trying to cast spells. Sure, I'll take both of these. Lay out the Seagate Oracle. And we find an Ice Tunnel, which I think we would take. Or the Flicker. I'll take the Flicker. This allows me to have like Flicker for a double draw here off the Seagate Oracle. 1, 2, 3, 4. They plays a Modern Age. Gotta be fairies. Maybe they just missed their lands. Start with a Preordain. Okay. Both of these are good, I think. I'll top both. Lay out the Familiar. We'll get in with the Seagate Oracle. Then attempt to snap it. And replay it. And then we'll take the Muldrifter if this resolves. It looks like they're going to snap the Seagate Oracle. Or snuff it. Goodbye, Seagate Oracle. You lived your long life. Okay. Another thing that I've noticed is 2 things. 1, Spell Setter must always be cast at the earliest possible convenience. And 2, Snuff Out must always be cast at the earliest possible convenience. If you're not hard casting your Snuff Out, what are you really doing? I will try to evoke a Muldrifter. I assume that they counterspell. If they have no removal in hand, they could try to get greedy and assume that I'm going to ephemerate it and then snuff out it or spell stutter the ephemerate, but I have Flicker in hand, so my plan is to just Flicker on the Seagate Oracle. So if this does resolve, we're looking to draw into an island for the foil. Brainstorm gets back the Snacker. That means that now they can counter something for 2 mana with their spell setter sprite. They're still resolving their Brainstorm. The triggered abilities are quite confusing. Brainstorm resolves, Snacker trigger, counter spell. Okay. Seagate Oracle. Well, I'll take the Floodplain because the Nightscape's not doing anything. Next turn I can Flicker the Seagate Oracle or just play the Prosperous Pirates out. Right now foil I can hardcast as a cancel for 3 mana. Looks like they have a Terror. No, they're cycling a Lorien Revealed. Right now they have 4 power in the air. Plays another Aquifer. Holding up Counterspell and or Spell Stutter Sprite. We got 18. Can we do this? Goes for cast down. Yay. We draw a Muldrifter. Gotta love it. Yeah, I'll play the Ash Barrens out. They just attack for no reason. Okay, they took it. That's awesome for me. I don't know if they have some life link in their deck. The Bajukabog getting rid of Seagate Oracle, Snapdrifter, and a Familiar. 3 cards in hand. Getting in for 2. We go to 16 now. They may have double spell stutter. 1, 2, 3. Let's just try playing out this pirates. They've used one counter spell so far. It resolves. Okay, let's attack with the Seagate Oracle again. Yeah. So now, because of the Prosperous Pirates, we have 8 mana on the table. They blocked it that time. They saw through me. Plays another Modern Age. Discarding another Sneaky Snacker. Okay. No attacks. Interesting. I have a Faithful. Let's see what they do, if anything. Okay, nothing. And now let's attack with these two. Nah. No attacks. I'm going to flicker here and here. If they want to spell stutter, they need like brainstorm into spell stutter. And I can snap the snacker back. Resolve. So we want to put the Seagate Oracle underneath the Muldrifter. That way we have the regular draws before our card selection draw. Draw 2. Drawing another Muldrifter. Okay. We'll cycle, grabbing the island. Play the island. And I guess I'm passing. Now our opponent draws and discards with the Modern Age, so they only need to draw one more card in order to get back the Sneaky Snacker. They were holding a Spell Pierce. I'm glad that I played around that. They declined to attack. Okay, they're going to attack with the Vector Glider. Well, I have 4 power in the air now. Ninja. Okay, let's just go ahead and snap the Ninja. Spell Stutter Sprite. Snap your Sneaky Snacker. Untap these. Okay, so Spell Stutter Sprite has no target. Ninja back to hand. We untap 2 more. They have no play. Familiar would be great. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's try Seagate Oracle first. There's a familiar. Okay. Play out the Archaeomancer to return Ghostly Flicker. And now I'll just attack my ground creatures. Put you to 6. They could certainly have another Spell Stutter. You know, they have Ninja in hand, Snacker in hand, so 4 unknowns. Plays the Snacker out so that the Spell Stutter is live. Okay. Let's play Familiar. Nothing, huh? I suppose I will attack. They double block the Snacker, or Snacker and Vector Glider on the Pirate, so we will flicker there. This actually is mana neutral. It makes infinite life. I kind of forgot about that, so I don't know if the opponent would scoop to infinite life. They have Counterspell. We can hardcast a foil. And we win game 1. Nice. So Negate is quite good versus these Snuff Outs. And then they're a slower deck. We don't have to go quite as fast. So maybe we can cut a Pirate and the 2 Nightscapes for Snuff Outs. And Snuff Out on our end would be for their ninjas. Now I need to make another cut though, huh? I guess another foil? Could also be the Ephemerate. Ephemerate not very good in the face of the Spell Stutters. We'll see if this works. Turning into a more... Look at this! That was weird. It was straight across. Mulligan. Alright, we have our Snuff Out. I guess I'm keeping. Get rid of... I could get rid of the Preordain and then cycle this for the black land to stop them from ninjaing on turn 2. Okay. Talked myself into it. Seething Landscape for the opponent. That means that we don't have to necessarily do that. Play the Barrens and pass. Our opponent cycles for the Aquifer, so another tap land for them this turn. I will cycle, or right now. I don't know if I want to cycle right now. Yeah, let's cycle. Grabbing the Swampland. Then we'll Chancery back the Ash Barrens. Foil is nice because we can hopefully stop them from landing on Monarch, but I don't know if that's going to be that necessary. Your turn. So this next turn, we're looking to go Ice Tunnel into Faithful. Snuff out your creature. Or passing. But also just play the Seagate Oracle and have pitch for the Monarch. Let's try that. Seagate Oracle. I do not want Monarch to resolve. I need to do everything I can to not let that resolve. Another Snuff Out. Could be good. I'll take it. I'm concerned that we will end up not being able to use the snuff out because we have to foil right now. Murmuring Mystic. Yep, that's fine. That's actually great for me. Snuff out your creature. Fine. Snuff out me, snuff out you. Let's play another Seagate Oracle. I'm just looking for another land. So I have foil online. There we go. Play the land. Return the favor. That's the turn. So here we are going to foil pitch. I don't know. We have negate as well. They're getting in for 1. Is this a ninja? Dang. Alright, so they have an Okiba Gang Shinobi, which means that we have to probably discard Snuff Out and Foil. Untap. We have Faithful into Preordain. Faithful blocks the Okiba Gang pretty well. We have a Snap. Okay. I'm gonna bottom the land, top the Snap. I'll pass the turn. I don't know if I want to snap this right now. What did they have in hand? Nothing? So we can block here and negate. Cast negate on the snuff out. 3 more cards in hand. They have a counter spell. Fine. This is bad if they have another removal spell. Then I guess they probably win. I'll block. They have 2 cards in hand. I will attempt to snap this guy. That plays around Spell Pierce. Okay. So it's off the table. Jam and Muldrifter. That resolves. That feels good. Pass. Okay. Flashing in a Spell Setter Sprite that we will definitely block if we can. If we can't, then we discard these 2. Thorn of the Black Rose for the opponent. Okay. So they have to block my Muldrifter then, huh? Did not find a Snuff Out. I will attempt to attack with the Muldrifter. They do block. Alright. So let's play the Prosperous Pirates, making mana, and then I can cast the Sunscape Familiar. That way, they cannot get in and ninja me again. We'll just block whatever one. They cycle. Still has Okiba Gang, and now Snow-Covered Island in hand. So 2 unknowns. Now just 1 unknown. They get in. I will block. Hardcast Ninja. Okay. 3 cards in hand. They have a removal spell for the Muldrifter. I guess we can Mortuary Mire back the Faithful, so we have blockers. I don't like that much. Maybe I'll just get back to... I think I should just get back to Muldrifter. Cast a Muldrifter. We're going to chain some Drifties. Feels sort of like Sanctuary when you're just getting everything back over and over. Alright. They need another black source if they're going to hardcast their Okiba Gang. Plays a land, Okiba in hand. Can't attack. Do you have a removal spell for the Drifter? Doesn't look like it. We're going to attack in. Did they draw a Spell Stutter Sprite to flash in and block? Apparently no. Okay. We are the Monarch. Try a Seagate Oracle. Sort of feel like they have a counterspell for some reason. Another island. Alright. Let's try a Drifter. I'm going to leave open the white. Alright, we win! 2-2 on to round 5. Round 5, we have a fine hand. Being on the draw, we're going Ice Tunnel into Cycle, play Faithful turn 2. So it's kind of medium, I guess. Not sort of slow. And we're versus Master Killer, who is mulligan to 6. Oh, that's bad. They're on mono red. Okay. So my hand was super terrible versus mono red. Get in for 3. I guess I need double land in a row. So I can cycle for the plains. Found a land. We'll put the plains into the battlefield, I mean. And then we're looking to just cast the Familiar next turn, or the Seagate Oracle. Probably I would play the Familiar out if I drew a bounce land right now. So what happens if we block? They just played another Tomb Raider, yikes. Okay, block. Take another 3. No land. Play a land. And then we will jam a Seagate Oracle. Trying to find lands. Take the island. Now I have island for foil if something crazy happens, but I think what I want to do is play out the Familiar holding up Flicker. They're getting in. Sort of indicates to me that they have a Galvanic Blast in hand that they want to use. That would be 2 damage on the Faithful, making it 4 total, killing it. Now they can Galvanic the Seagate Oracle if they want. Plays a Synthesizer. So now they have 2 artifacts in play. They find another Synthesizer. Do you have another land? It appears that they don't. So now I'm feeling a lot better. We put the Familiar into play, and we can block everything now. Next turn, Prosperous Pirates. The turn after that, I have Drifter and Flicker. The Ground Pounders. They can't hold up to our blockers. They have another Tomb Raider. What a start from the opponent. Whiffing on lands has just caused them a lot of problems. Let's block. I guess maybe... I think Pirates in play is better than the Mole Drifter Flicker. Depends if I draw mana. I did. Okay, play Pirate. Gain a life, go into 12. Then we will Preordain. I also have Foil. I just have Hardcast Foil right now. Maybe I'll just hold that up. My onboard lands are terrible. 3 lands to tap for blue, but having these extra over here is nice. Uh-oh, they've got a Great Furnace. Galvanic Blast is online. Opponent goes for a Bushwhacker. Okay, I'm just going to counter then. So I actually can just do that, which is sweet. We'll go back up to 13 and we have great blocks. My turn, another Pirate. Let's evoke the Drifter. What we flicker is going to be dependent on, I guess, what we draw. We could flicker the Pirate, finding a Snap and a Foil. All right, I will flicker here. This gets my mana back. It's mana neutral. All right, we'll draw 2, make 2 more mana. Finding the Archaeomancer, that's nice. Let's snap the Tomb Raider, tap. Then I will Preordain. Didn't really find any lands. Another Familiar is great, and the Drifter. So next turn, if I have the Mole Drifter in play, or I'll just top these. We'll go Sunscape Familiar. I'll pass. Next turn, I can play the Archaeomancer. And then I have the infinite mana combo, but they'd have to be tapped out. So I can't foil at the same time. Unless I draw a land or another flicker or something. Our opponent's going to swing in. Okay, I'll block and block. Maybe that wasn't the right maneuver. We do have a second Pirate though. Chain Lightning, okay. Yeah. So it's a little bit risky doing that. Losing the Pirate isn't great. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. Play the Archaeomancer. I have 3 mana left over. Flicker, I can cast Foil. Lightning Bolt on the Drifter, okay. So now our opponent is dead. Pretty sweet. I'll play the Pirate. Basically converting my non-blue to blue. If I counted right, I think I did. The Archaeomancer. Get back Ghostly Flicker. Move the triggered window over here so it's easier. And then I'll just go ahead and attack first, so that they can understand what's going on. Flicker here for infinite mana. I'll evoke the Mole Drifter after making like 8 treasures. And just flicker the Drifter Mancer. Kind of just looking for another Drifter, some more creatures to put on the table. Okay. We have land drops? Yes, we do. Play Faithful. I don't really need extra Faithfuls though. Let's flicker the Mole Drifter some more. Once I'm at like 50 life, I'll snap them back. Preordain. I'm looking for creatures. Just to go wide. I have no actual like combo win condition. I can, I guess, take the foil, take the snap, bounce your creature. I will play the Chancery picking up the Ash Barrens. Snap your Tomb Raider. Untap. Ephemerate. Get back to snap. Bounce this one. Untap. And then we'll just draw some more cards. You could flicker the Seagate Oracle to draw cards in a different way. Like, that would just see 1 card at a time that you're putting in your hand. This way we're putting more than 1 card in our hand, which is kind of like, we're going to have to discard a bunch. Not that it will matter that much. Yeah, we have a bunch of cards that we don't really care about. Another Mole Drifter. Okay, so I think I'm just going to make some more mana. Enough that I have the foil up, then cast the Mole Drifter. There's a Seagate Oracle too. We're just taking all of the time. Casually making infinite mana over here. Oh. Oh, I totally forgot. This is pure combo time. It took me so long to remember to do that. I'm so sorry. Just enjoying myself. Clicking away. I also definitely need to restart Magic Online at the moment, which is causing me a little bit of problems. Put a Seagate Oracle on the table. Grab the Lorien Revealed. Let's cast the Mole Drifter. Okay, so we found Mortuary Mire, and now I'm just going to make some mana and hang out. I need at least 4 treasures on the table. Better if I have like 7 maybe. So every time you flicker, you get +1 treasure, which means that it's exponential. You just crack all the treasures and then flicker the treasures. Flicker your Pirate Mancer. Now it doubled it. Is that exponential? No, it's just doubling. Yep. It's hard to remember all the good math at the same time as comboing. So now, since I don't plan on doing anything else, I'm going to hit yield through this turn. I don't have to click through the triggers as much. Clicking through the Faithful's triggers does cost a lot of time. I'm zooming. Just going up to 8 treasures in play. Now we will discard a hand size, but we should just pick the things we want to keep. 1 island, or we don't really need the island. We need this and this. Maybe, yeah, nothing else matters. Okay, double counterspell. Got the flicker. We're at 61 life. With a second Archaeum Answer, we can snap back all the Faithfuls and have a little bit less lag. Opponent with the Clockwork Percussionist. We get to say, not today. Nice. So we're so far doing pretty well against not mono blue fairies. Galvanic Blast on the Drifter. Sure, I'll just flicker it. So what they've identified is that maybe they can deck me, but they can't. Second flicker. Okay. I'm gonna have to restart my application between in the sideboarding due to all the lag. Ah, silly. Let's move the triggered thing down here. Get the Ephemerate back. Just Ephemerate and grab the foil. Play this. Get my most powered creature, the Prosperous Pirates. Attack with everything. Then we'll flicker to draw. And then hardcast the Prosperous Pirates. They're at 10 life. I guess we attacked for 9. Slam that pirate. F6. Discard, discard, discard. Tomb Raider? Oh, I think I'll counter it. Zap. I could really do the rub-ins and like not even use my mana. Yep, we're just gonna counter it again. Zap. Didn't even tap any mana. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And then we do second main yield until here, which allows me to kind of skip through everything. Get back the Ephemerate. It goes straight to attacks. Right click, attack all. And they can't currently Fire Blast me. Some lag. All right, we win. All right, after a quick restart, we are going to bring in our Hydroblasts. And cut, I think, the foils. We don't really need the Nightscapes, I think. Maybe a Negate's okay. So usually you want to trim on the top end stuff. Foil, maybe good for, like, stopping a Bushwhacker. I think Ephemerate's not amazing, but probably better than a Pirate. We're just trying to go lower to the ground. Okay, so what's going on here? Double Snap Mancer. This is probably too risky. I'm going to mulligan. This one has multiple Faithfuls. Let's keep it. I think the foil can go away. We don't have enough in our hand to be able to use the foil. Great Furnace Tomb Raider. Our opponent knows what's up. We're looking to draw another land, so I don't have to... Okay, we found a land. I don't like that land, but it's fine, I guess. I suppose we could cycle for a Plains, and then play the Faithful, and then next turn cycle for an island, play another Faithful. They're going hard. They have 3 power attacking this turn. I'll cycle for a Plains. I feel very behind. We are on the draw. They attacked us down to 14 by turn 2. They get in. Another 4. I feel like I can't block. Don't like it. Galvanic Blast is currently online, so they could just Galvanic my thing anyway, but they play a lot of 1 mana bolts. They just Galvanic it anyway. Why didn't you do that pre-combat? Weird. I think we're dead. Too clunky. Let's go to the next game. Let's get rid of the foils. Bring in the negates. An ephemerate. Bring in the familiar. We'll trim a mancer. I'm just trying to shove stuff in front of them. It worked out in the first game. Okay, we would like to play first. So we have do nothing, Seagate Oracle. But we're on the play. So I'm keeping. Our opponent mulligans to 6. Maybe they won't have the Tomb Raider start again. 5, okay. Okay, let's see if they go to 4. That would be optimal for us. Okay, they keep 5. Island, go. Will they be afraid of the Hydroblast that we do not have in hand? Boulder and Epicure turn 1. I find these versions very hard to read. Okay. Alright, so we could play around Raise, but they mulligan to 5. I'm not going to play around Raise. Your turn. Tomb Raider. Okay, we take 3 going to 16. No Raise. Land. Play Seagate Oracle. Okay. Snap, I like. Pass the turn. We can snap the Tomb Raider, and then play the Mole Drifter to kill my creature. Getting in, putting me to 13. If I find a familiar, that didn't work. Just get this off the table for a minute. Make them use their mana. Untap. Play the Drifter. We are definitely still looking for Hydroblast, but we did not find one. So next turn we have Faithful into Mancer for Snap. Okay, they Chain Lightning this. They have another 3. We go to 10. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. We want to go Faithful Mancer, I think. Faithful. Play the Arcane Mancer, grabbing the Snap. We're going to shove the Faithful in front of here and the Mancer in front of the Epicure. Then optimally they just do nothing, and then we snap this and Drifter, Flicker Drifter, and do stuff on our turn. We'll see what happens. They are considering, I wonder what's going to happen. Maybe they have a Bushwhacker. So we like block here, take 4, go to 7. Potential for putting me to 3 with a Fire Blast. Plays a Synthesizer. Find a Mountain, so they could still Bushwhacker. They're just attacking with a Tomb Raider. I'm going to block. They Chain Lightning my thing. Passing the turn. Okay. We have a Mortuary Mire. Let's snap the Tomb Raider. Untap. Mire. We return the Faithful. Pass the Drifter. And then we just slam the Faithful again. Drawing lands there wasn't amazing. Your turn. Next turn, Drifter, Flicker, Drifter is definitely where I'm going to be. We're still at 11. They've used 3 Chain Lightnings, that's interesting. Another Synthesizer. Finding a Kuldotha Rebirth. So they're probably going to crack the Synthesizer to the Kuldotha. Just to get another card. And then they have Tomb Raider and 1 unknown. So they'll have 2 unknowns. Okay, what do they draw? They find a Tomb Raider. Okay. So it still has Tomb Raider in hand. They're sending in a block. If they have another land bolt, then we can flicker and get it back. They didn't. We have a snap again. I'll start by lay out the plains. Let's evoke the Drifter. Draw 2. You can find a Nightscape. So let's snap this Goblin token. Untap here and here. And then we will flicker to draw 2 more, gaining more life. And then put the Nightscape in play. Nice that we could cast it off the Mortuary Mire there. Another snap. Well, I guess we don't need the Nightscape Familiar at the moment then, because it's pretty dinky. We can get rid of the Goblin token with the snap. It's like a removal spell there. And then Seagate Oracle. So a little bit of a ritual into a Seagate Oracle, draw another card. Really blocking on the ground. Might as well attack. Feel pretty free to do that here. We're at 16. Okay, Kuldotha Rebirth. Finding a Mountain. We have 4 blockers. Here's the Bushwhacker. So, block. Kill that. Block here. Take 8. We kill the Faithful. And play the Nightscape. try a Seagate Oracle. So we're going wide. I just taste the Lorien Revealed. I'll try a Preordain. So I found Sunscape, land, Sunscape Familiar, and then I'll pass. This time I'm leaving back blockers. Got a little greedy. 8 damage is going to be hard, but not impossible. On our, well, so if they can't kill me, we can just flicker back the Godpharaoh's Faithful on their end step. Plays the Bushwhacker. Okay. They have no more cards though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. Block, 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 block here, block here, block here. Then we'll just flicker these two. Right now we're at 4. I guess I don't even need to block with this one. I'll take 6. That's fine. And then we'll just Ghostly Flicker here, which puts the Godpharaoh's Faithful on top. And if I counted correctly, I'm just going to go to 1 or 2, but not dead. If I counted correctly, I'm not dead. And then we can't die because we'll have infinite life. We're at 2. Hooray! Play the Faithful. No Pirate down there. Just attack with everything. And then Flicker. Drawing some cards. On a Hydroblast. Let's Flicker some more. Play another Familiar out. And then I'll just Flicker here. Untapping some blockers, basically. Another Hydroblast and Seagate Oracle. We only need 1 Hydroblast. Lay out the Seagate. I'm sort of looking for an untapped land. There we go. Oh, I found the Pirates. So that's infinite. Nice. Because we have 3 Familiars in play, this costs 2 mana, makes 2 mana. And then we just make infinite mana again. Combo time. So what did we learn? Basically, we went full in on the ground pounders. And that made me very, very good versus the ground decks. But also made me very, very weak to the mono flying deck. So there's probably a version of this that can continue to go off. I think maybe splashing for Nightscape still seems to make sense. It helps to go off earlier. And now, let's see, we made some mana. So my plan is to flicker back these 3 creatures, Seagate, Muldrifter, Muldrifter. So we just Ghostly Flicker, Archaeomancer, and the Mortuary Mire. And then put the Seagate on top first. Put back the Muldrifter. And then the last Muldrifter will auto-target, so you don't have to click it, which is nice. We can flicker the Muldrifter to draw 2. Drawing into the other Muldrifter. Then we'll have to make some more mana. It feels good to win the last round of the games. Definitely going on a high note is always nice, especially getting the full combo. Although I would say that this definitely hurts my hands. Drifter again. I'm going to spend a little bit of time building up my mana. Alright, so I have 8 mana floating. We'll just slam a Drifter. Draw some cards. Put the Seagate Oracle into play. Finding another Flicker is fine. Can Flicker here. Looking for an Archaeomancer maybe. 4 mana left. Lorien Revealed. We have 25 cards in library. I think I will just Preordain. Bottom these. Don't need those. Nothing left, huh? Let's draw 3. We have 2 Hydroblasts and a Negate. Okay. Now I can snap your tokens. Now that I found the second Mancer. Play the Archaeomancer. Get back to snap. It is fully GG. There's nothing they can do. We just replay everything. Hydroblast all their spells. Attack in again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So enough power to win. Zap that. And here's where I forgotten for a second, but I do need to snap back my my Faithfuls. We'll just kill this. Hydroblast the other one. Flicker here to make some mana. Almost got back the wrong spell. Then we'll leave 2 open mana and flicker back the 2 Hydros. So here we can make mana to 4. Or whatever, we can just flicker here. We have 2 open mana. And instead of returning Flicker, I'm just going to return Hydroblast. They only have 1 card in hand. Hydroblast Flicker. I have Negate for an artifact or whatever. All right. Discard all the cards. Sweet. They discard a mountain. Will they cast any spells? Goes Pyroblast. We will just go Negate. And then do Yield until here. Here comes the team. Back with everything. GG. That felt pretty good. GG's, opponent. They said GG's in chat. So maybe we need to work on a middle ground list and play the 3 Modern Age, 3 Seagate Oracles. That's certainly an option. I felt like having the Seagate Oracles was pretty good. We didn't really need the extra, what's its face? We didn't need extra card advantage. Seemed to be doing fine there. We beat mono or blue-black. So we could go, there's one card we could cut, but then you're not really playing the Esper version anymore. I wonder if there's some other flyer that you could be playing instead to block it, mono blue, or we could bring in like Arms of Hadar or Suffocating Fumes. Those are other options. I think they were just too fast for us though. So if you're interested in checking out decks like these, that's all on patreon.com/CaliKais. If you stuck it out to the end, hashtag still listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next video.